Hi, Barry Harper here from BackPain 360 and Kinesis Clinic. Today I'm going to show you a really easy stretch to do which will help facilitate mobility and flexibility through your glenohumeral joint, your shoulder joint, as well as your scapula-thoracic joint or your scapula or shoulder blade at the back of your arm here. The setup is, if you have something like a pole that you can hold onto, that's brilliant, but you can use a door frame, something that you're walking through. The idea is that you're going to traction or slightly kind of pull through the arm in this position, so you'll see me leaning back ever so slightly. I'm going to have the arm roughly at shoulder height, so I won't go high or low yet, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And in that position, I'm going to use a rolling technique. And the way I do that is I use my feet to facilitate the movement. So I'm going to start to roll or shuffle my feet around while I traction or pull away from the object I'm holding onto. Now I'm not holding on too tight, I'm just trying to get a movement through my shoulder here, which opens and retracts that shoulder joint. It feels really nice, a nice big stretch through this kind of pec area here, and gets a nice traction through that joint. And if I want to tweak it a little bit further, I can shuffle my feet a little bit further and I can look away from the tissue or away from the arm that I'm stretching. I can then slowly come back to my original starting point, and rather than just stopping there, I can start to roll in, curling around as far as I can. And if my elbow tries to bend, I can support that behind with my other arm and try and stretch in and just touch my other shoulder into my elbow joint here. Get a nice big stretch onto the back of the scapula and then repeat again. And I would do that up to 6 times on both sides. Now what I can do is, if I want to try and advance that stretch ever so slightly, I can then elevate the arm slightly higher. Now depending on where your restriction is, if its restriction is more in the lower part of your scapula or of your shoulder blade, you can go higher and you'll feel a lot greater pull as you come around into that area. Or if you find that possibly going lower, you might have a little bit more of a pec restriction here. That's a really nice way of getting that to open up and stretch out for you. It's a really easy exercise to do. Just remember, repeat both sides, traction ever so slightly, not too much pressure through the hand. Try and keep your elbow as straight as possible and use your feet to do all the work. See how you get on, and hopefully it works out. Let me know how it goes and I'll catch up to you on the next exercise.